సో మ్యూచువల్ ఫండ్స్ చాప్టర్లో ఆన్సర్ థియరటికల్ క్వశ్చన్ 1 వచ్చి ఎస్టాబ్లిష్మెంట్ ఆఫ్ మ్యూచువల్ ఫండ్, హౌ టు ఎస్టాబ్లిష్ అ మ్యూచువల్ ఫండ్. సో దానికి సంబంధించిన సజెస్టెడ్ ఆన్సర్, ఎస్టాబ్లిష్మెంట్ ఆఫ్ మ్యూచువల్ ఫండ్ ఈజ్ a mutual fund is required to be registered with Securities Exchange Board of India, first point, SEBI, before it can collect funds from public దగ్గర నుంచి అమౌంట్ కలెక్ట్ చేసే ముందు ఫస్ట్ ఇట్ హ్యాస్ టు బి రిజిస్టర్డ్ విత్ SEBI, ఫస్ట్ పాయింట్. నెక్స్ట్, ఆల్ మ్యూచువల్ ఫండ్స్ ఆర్ గవర్న్డ్ బై ద సేమ్ సెట్ ఆఫ్ రెగ్యులేషన్స్ అండ్ ఆర్ సబ్జెక్ట్ టు మానిటరింగ్ అండ్ ఇన్స్పెక్షన్ బై ద SEBI. అంటే SEBI రెగ్యులేషన్లో ఇవన్నీ వర్క్ చేస్తుంటాయి. ద మ్యూచువల్ ఫండ్ హ్యాస్ టు బి ఎస్టాబ్లిష్డ్ త్రూ ద మీడియం ఆఫ్ స్పాన్సర్ అనేవాడు ఈజ్ ద ఫస్ట్ పర్సన్ టు ఎస్టాబ్లిష్ దిస్ మ్యూచువల్ ఫండ్. స్పాన్సర్ ఈజ్ మీన్ బై any body corporate which acting alone or in combination with another body corporate establishes a mutual fund after completing the formalities prescribed by the SEBI regulations and mutual fund regulations. The role of sponsor is akin to that of promoter of a company. It was similar to the promoter of company who provides the initial capital and appoints the trustees, right? And the sponsor should be a body corporate in a business of financial services. It must be in the business of financial services. The sponsor who is need or who is wanting to establish a mutual fund, then he has to be a track record of not less than previous 5 years. That body corporate must be in a financial service businesses and be financially sound and be fit party act as sponsor in the eyes of SEBI. The mutual fund has to be established as either a trustee company or a trust under the Indian Trust Act, and the instruments of a trust shall be in the form of deed. Such has to be registered deed. The deed shall be executed by the sponsor in favor of trustees named in the instrument of trust. The trusted deed shall be duly registered under the provisions of Indian Regulations Act 1908. Whatever the trust which has been prepared by the sponsor in the favor of trustees, that deed has to be registered under the provisions of the Indian Registration Act 1908. The trust deed shall contain clauses specified in third schedule of regulations. An asset management company who holds an approval from SEBI is to be appointed to manage the affairs of mutual fund, and it should operate the scheme of such fund. The asset management company is set up as a limited liability company which a minimum net worth of 100 crores. Its minimum net worth is 100 crores. The sponsor should contribute at least 40% to the net worth of the asset management company. The person, the body corporate who is the sponsor, it has to contribute at least 40% of the net worth of asset management company, and its minimum net worth should be 100 crores, right? The trustee should hold the property of mutual fund in trust for the benefit of unit holders, right? For the benefits of unit holder, the trustee can hold the property. The SEBI regulations required that at least 2/3 of directors of trustee company or board of trustees must be independent. These persons are independent, not affecting the decisions by the sponsor. That is, they should not be associated with the sponsors. And also 50% of directors of asset management company must be independent. They should not have any related party transactions. The appointment of asset management company can be terminated by majority of trustees or by 75% of the unit holders of the concerned scheme. The concerned scheme unit holders have a power to terminate the AMC also, right? The appointment of asset management company, the fund manager indirectly. The AMC may charge the mutual fund with investment management and advisory fees subject to prescribing ceiling. The asset management company may charge the mutual fund with investment management and advisory fees subjected to prescribed ceiling. Additional, the AMC may get the expenses on operations of mutual fund reimbursed from the concerned scheme. The mutual fund also appoints a custodian holding a valid certificate of registration issued by the SEBI to have custody of securities held by the mutual fund under different schemes. In case of dematerialized securities, this is done by depository participants. The custodian must be independent of the sponsor of AMC. Right, the diagrammatic flow chart is given. The first, sponsor established a mutual fund trust, and there was establishes the trust, and after that the sponsor establishes board of trustees, and after that this board of trustees will establishes board appoints the asset management company to manage the portfolio, that is fund manager. And after that the market that makes investments in the market instruments, that is market assets, and holds the assets for the beneficial of the investors. And next we have here mutual fund trust raises money from selling mutual fund units from the investors. Right.